Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my Client Spotlight series. And today I have an amazing, special, beautiful guest who was in my recent cohort of Sacred Feminine Pleasure. So I'm going to hand it over to her to introduce herself because only she can introduce herself the best way possible. So over to you, Aisha. Please introduce yourself to the audience. Tell them what you do.
Assalamu alaikum. My name's Aisha, and I'm a mom to three children. And alongside, I run a business, and it's a coaching business. And I help women reignite and ignite their inner spark, which has been dulled by life events.
Oh,
And yeah,
amazing. I love it. That's what you call Aisha. Sparkle with Aisha. I love that. And Aisha is a gem, just to let you know. Aisha's a diamond. She's a
oh,
gem. She's just so amazing. I'm about it. Like coaching you, Aisha, I can't explain it to you. Like coaching you was just so, it was so beautiful witnessing you go from like, like the butterfly. I feel like you're the butterfly. When you're in a cocoon and you just grew your wings and now you're flying high and you're being Aisha, sparkling from within. Like I see that in you, mashallah. So I want to go to the first question. What made you join Sacred Feminine Pleasure?
oh, thank you for those kind words. I'm nearly like choking up now. It was just so wonderful having you as my coach and honoring me and coaching me. So what made me join was I had been watching you quite a while. Like I became a coach, I was watching your lives and you used to constantly say about healing permanently. And I'm like, really? I've been on this journey, but I'm not healing permanently. Something keeps coming up. I mean, what happened was I had a divorce in 2020 during COVID, and that was like the most traumatic thing that had happened to me ever because I hadn't imagined that, after 13 years at 40 to be in this position. But I had read your story years ago and what you had overcome and everything, and there was this pulling and this energy, and I think it was just from Allah because even though I qualified as an NLP as a coach, I was doing really well, I was coping, but I had this crash and burn. I had hit a plateau, so I kept like going up and then crashing, going up and then crashing, and I couldn't. I could navigate my mind, but I couldn't navigate my emotions. Although I had gone through the grieving process and everything, but I would still go back into my old patterns. And then I thought to myself, sacred feminine pleasure, I think I'm too much into this burnout. I think I kind of read about it and I thought, I think I'm in my masculine energy and I just kept burning out. And this program, this name, just because for me to be feminine is just being weak. So as a single mom, I could not like trust the universe and say whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. I had to be my masculine. So
Yeah.
I was like, no, I have to get into this program. What's this all about? Healing permanently.
I love that. I know because so many people don't believe we can heal permanently. And I guess like it's just this, it's like the way I see it is like, why would you spend the rest of your life healing when you could spend the rest of your life enjoying the rest of your life? Like most of us just like healing, 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 and we never arrive. It's like when you heal, you're supposed to arrive at a destination and you're supposed to be like, whoo, life is great now. But I feel like in the healing space, we're just constantly healing. It's like, what else do I need to heal? So just having that mindset that you can heal permanently, I feel like it changes the game. Because you can, it's like a broken arm, right? If you went to the doctor, say my arm is broke, they put in a cast for 6 weeks, you're healed. It's the same with emotional trauma. Once you become aware of your emotions, you have healed because the awareness that comes to you, the awareness of what's going on in the moment is what creates the healing. But a lot of us don't realize that because we constantly say to ourselves, I need to heal more. And then we end up in this healing trap of sabotaging ourselves, burning out, thinking, oh my God, what's the next course I need to buy? What's the next thing I need to learn? When really the answers are within Aisha, right? Like all the answers you need are within you. Like you don't need to find it
Exactly.
in a book. It's within.
Exactly. Because exactly what you said. I just kept running into rabbit holes. Like, no, I think this is a problem. This is a problem. And then before you realize it, you're like in a bigger hole. And I can
Right.
relate. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So what was the number one challenge you wanted to heal from in Sacred Feminine Pleasure?
I think I really wanted to help, like, to be in my feminine, but be powerful at the same time. So I really wanted help with that. And also, like, when I go back to my old triggers, how to navigate through that. And yeah, I think that was like my main help that I wanted. But when I
Yeah,
joined
because
the
you mentioned
program,
yeah.
I thought that's the only help that I need. That's it. I'm just gonna have like this is it, and it's gonna sort it because I've only got one need and one help. But then when you join the program, it's a whole different process.
Yeah, describe the process to me now. What did you discover about yourself in 8 weeks that you thought, okay, I know you came in to like heal your feminine and be powerful in your feminine, but what did you have to heal in order to have that?
So it was the thing is generational trauma. I didn't really like think that that exists. Like I was like, no, how would that be passed on? But actually, going through the process, I've changed. Like I feel like it was like generational trauma, and then love blocks was the main for me because obviously my main trauma was divorce, and even moving ahead, I had walls, like even to get into like the relation, having a new relationship. I had other issues coming up, and so love blocks was like a really big one for me. And then when we did the intuition, that the week that we did the intuition, it was really, really, that was like, I think that was like the icing on the cake, like, because I think that's the power, that's the feminine power that I was missing. And so each week it was like, it was just something that you got from it. And towards the end, like I did feel like, no, healing permanently is possible.
Oh, yes. Oh my God, I love that. Aisha. And listen, Aisha, you are so coachable. Like everyone like in the group, I feel like you were just like the sparkle. Like you're literally a sparkle, like a gem. And like you just brought that energy to the group, like around us. Like everyone felt comfortable to be themselves. Cause like I know it's because of like you were showing yourself, you're showing how to be vulnerable. You're showing that you can like express your vulnerabilities and not feel weak. And I think you did that really well in the group. You were just being yourself. You felt so like it felt like you were being so comfortable and felt so safe just to express yourself and not be judged. And I feel like for other women, it gave them the space as well to do the same thing. It's like you were the leader in that. So it was so wonderful, like so beautiful coaching you, Aisha. It was such a joy just seeing you go from Aisha, who you were before 8 weeks, and Aisha, who you are now, like sparkling from within. You have a sparkle in your eyes. I feel like you've reclaimed your feminine power, and you're just sitting in, like you're embodying it like a queen. You're just that queen, Aisha. Like embody it, claim it,
I
own
look
it. I love it.
I got that from you, Rosaline. My crown just sits there every day in the morning, and I straighten it, and I remember who I am. And honestly, I think you provided that space for me because you honored me in the group because your space was just so, because in the beginning I was like, no, I can't be vulnerable, in a group of strangers. How can I just share everything? But I knew that if I want the best results, I will have to trust Rosie. And the way you led it really helped. Like, I said, no, this is it. This is the last program that I'm enrolling into. I'm believing in Rosie, and that's it.
I love it. Oh, thank you for letting me lead you. Aisha, Jazakallah khair, like just to have your trust, and it's such an honor to like have your trust. Because I know when we're healing, it can feel scary to open up yourself in a group of strangers. Like we don't know each other. Like I don't know you. Well, we know each other, like so we're familiar with each other, but to know your intimate, deepest parts of yourself is scary. But you owned it so well, Aisha. So Jazakallah khair for just being yourself. I just really want to make that known. You just being yourself. Like you weren't trying to be anyone else. You just wanted to be yourself, and I feel like you did that so well. Like well done. I
Oh,
love
Rosie,
that, mashallah.
thank you so much. Jazakallah so much. Honestly, it like towards the end as well, it just felt so aligned, with you. Like towards the end, it was like I woke up for tahajjud, and honestly it was raining, and I was like,
Oh,
and that was just a sign. And you provided that safe space, and thank you to you, Rosie, honestly.
alhamdulillah, thank you. So, what was it like healing with other women? Because I know, like a lot of us think, okay, when I'm being feminine, I want to be just by myself with a coach, and I want to be one on one. What was it like being coached in a group setting, and what was it like healing with the other women?
To be honest with you, I did message you if you remember that. Oh, group setting.
Yeah.
Because because one to one is different, and like in a group setting, like especially with girl people who you don't know. But it was just maybe the first time it was a bit like, okay, a bit like transitioning into it. But as we went, it was like I could relate to each and every single person that was in that group. And that made a massive difference. And I think the co-regulation and healing together, it just speeded up the process, and knowing that you're not alone, and also knowing that you're in comfortable hands. That was really good. And
Yeah,
yeah,
because
one
I
of
feel
my
like
breakthroughs, sorry to interrupt,
go
one
on.
of my breakthroughs was just like crying in a group, because coaching, like I'd cry with the coach, I'd cry with my family members, I'd cry with my children, but crying like in a group setting, that wasn't me. And for me, that was like, at the end, I knew that I was in my feminine power when I just had because I was so sad to leave everybody. We had formed such a good friendship from all over the world, with sisters from all over the world going through similar things as you, and even you, and just that program coming to an end, it was just so emotional.
Oh, I know we were all crying at the end. I was just like, oh my gosh, like the end of the year, what a way to end the year. But all of us just healed. Allahu Akbar. Like I found that so powerful. I was crying. Like I felt like I connected with all of you so deeply. Because like in those 8 weeks, we get to know each other so well. And like we may think it's like just 15 minutes of coaching and like 1 hour of abundance rewiring. But those 15 minutes and that 1 hour is so intricate. I can't explain it to you how intricate it is. Like I figure out, it's like I figured out like so many parts of you that I don't think I would have figured it out in a one-on-one session because it's so laser focused. We just have to get to the point. Like we just have to. What's the problem? What do you want? Let's go. And I
Oh
feel like
yeah,
that's what made us bond.
I loved your sense of
Yeah.
humor, especially when you said, "Why do you like being a man?" And I know I don't want to be a man. Oh, you're just so much fun as well.
Oh, I love that. Oh, thank you for that, Aisha. So what was abundance rewiring like? Describe it for like our audience.
So I it's I found it very surreal. Like it's very aligned to my beliefs and values, because um it was just out of this world, because we don't do the work. We just relaxed. So what happened was, some days um we would like release, and some days I'd fall asleep whilst you do the work, and we'd still see the shift the next day. It's like when you have like programs in you, but like you're self-sabotaging your life, but you don't know why. And you can, through the coaching, it does come to the surface, but then when you do the rewiring, you actually see the results. It's like when you know how to drive a car, it's programmed in you. So when you go on the road, you don't
Yeah.
now start thinking, shall I use the reverse gear, or shall I use number five gear? So it's like you do the work, but then we trust in your process. But it was just out of this world.
Wow. How amazing is that? Like you just go to sleep and then you wake up brand new. Oh my gosh, like that is just so that is just amazing. Like just imagine you just go to sleep, you just close your eyes, and you
Yep.
wake up brand new. Like you've released so many programs, so many beliefs that are holding you back, and you become your true self. Like Aisha, I feel like that. I feel like intuition week 6 was definitely like a big one for you. You're just like you mentioned, like your feminine power, you wanted to reclaim, and I feel like you reclaimed in that moment. You're like, yes, I know who I am. I know what I'm here for now. No one's going to get in my way. No one's going to stop me. I'm going to sparkle within and shine outside of myself. And I see that within you now, Aisha. I see that your aura has changed completely. You're just in your feminine power. I love it. I love it, Aisha. Well done.
Oh,
And well done on healing
no,
her.
thanks to you. Thanks to you so much, honestly. Because now it's like I don't let like the fear train as well, like to run my mind. And so that was one of my breakthrough. And then you helped me navigate through the chaos. So you think to yourself, okay, what am I thinking now? What am I feeling now? So you helped me do that, and um I know that I have emotional regulation, and if I don't, then I know how I've got the resources, how to get back into emotional regulation. It won't take me that long. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I love that. So, like, now that you're emotionally regulated and you know when there's chaos happening, how has it changed your life? Like, what's transformed, like, in different areas of your life? Give me one example.
So now I would take a pause and I would say, what do I need? Okay, why are you acting like this? Do you need, are you tired? Do you want to go to sleep? Or is it something that's from your old story? So even like the kids are bothering me, and I wouldn't take it personally that, oh yeah, I think you know, I wouldn't take it personally that no, I'm the one causing this. I would be like, okay, hang on a minute, what does she want? So separating my emotions and their emotions, and that's really helped, Rosie, because you know me, yeah, I never used to believe in inner child healing. I was like, what's that? You know, I'm 40, I've survived through life, I've had kids of my own. What's like inner child healing? I mean, I knew about it, but it's actually when like doing the work is messy, but it's so worth it. Like it just connects, the dots just connect to the inner child. And I think those two things that I really needed was the inner child healing, for because I felt like that's why I was sabotaging everything. Um, Although I never believed in it, but then having gone through this process and seeing the results, it's changed. It's changing me.
Allah Akbar, yeah. And I feel like, yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter what point you are in your life, when we're in that pattern of sabotaging, like in that cycle, like we hit a new high and then we crash. Definitely something's going on within. It's never outside of you. It's always within you. And I love the fact that you've like it's like a homecoming. You've come home to yourself. It's like you've accepted your inner child. You've accepted little Aisha. You know she's got like such a big personality, and you want her to shine. You want her to be great. And it's like you're giving yourself all the things you really needed as a child, like all the love, all the attention. That's really what you wanted. And I see that you're giving yourself that. And that's really where the beauty and the transformation is. When you're able to give to yourself what you needed when you were younger and be able to grow up with yourself. Because a lot of us are just walking around wounded children. And then when you heal that inner child, you're now able to be an adult. You're like, oh my God, I can have what I want without constantly sabotaging myself. I can have this life, have it all, have more, and I don't need to fear what if. I can just have it. I ask Allah, Allah gives it to me because I believe I can. That's an amazing place to be. I feel like you've arrived there, Aisha. MashaAllah.
Oh, no, all because of you. And I will never forget, you know, that saying that you say, I am what I am, and that is enough. And never to let anything like, you know, get past your belief system. Like you are sure of who you are, and you don't let anybody get past it. And also, I believe that I've healed permanently. And if ever I do go back into the old patterns, I know how to save myself.
Oh, I love that. My gosh, what a blessing. MashaAllah. All right, Aisha, one last question. What would you say to a woman, a sister who's thinking of joining Sacred Feminine Pleasure, but she's on that doubt train? She's thinking, I don't know if it's going to help me. What's your advice to her?
I would say, do you know what? I was like that as well. Like for a whole like 6 months, I was just watching you, watching you, watching you, not trusting. But I trusted myself and I trusted you. And it was the best investment of my life. And I would say that just trust yourself. And Rosie, genuinely, she really, really cares. She holds that space for you. She honors you. And even with all these things, when we joined this cohort, there was all these things about Palestine going on. And I know how much you were advocating and yeah, it was affecting you. But when you showed up that that Tuesday and Wednesday, it was like we got 100%. And I would just say that just go for it. Rosie is such a powerhouse and a phenomenal lady, and you're in safe hands.
Oh, Jazakallah khair, Aisha. It was wonderful talking. Allah bless you in everything that you do. May Allah give you barakah. May Allah bless you with the
Jazakallah.
best in this life and hereafter. And Jazakallah khair for joining.
Jazakallah. I wish the
Sacred Feminine
same for
Pleasure.
you.
We're a forever bond.
Exactly.
Oh,
I
Jazakallah khair,
wish the
Aisha. Thank you
same
so
for you. I
much.
miss you so much. And this has honestly been the best journey that I've been on in healing.
Oh, well, I'll see you every Thursday anyway for play days, so you can't get rid of me, Aisha.
Oh.
Thank you, Aisha.
Assalamu
Love you.
alaikum. Love you.